Now we could spend a lot of time wading through scholastic arguments about the text. I'm going to show you a shortcut. I'm going to show you a shortcut. There are, in the Scripture, there are authentication codes. There's an automatic security monitor watching over every single letter of the text that doesn't rust or wear out, and it's been running continually for several thousand years, and most people don't know about it. There's a fingerprint, what I call a fingerprint signature of the author in the Scripture, and we'll show you that. And furthermore, this authentication code is of a non-compromisable design. Now, if you're an engineer, your mouth is watering. Boy, where is this thing? I want to see this thing. Let me back up a little bit now and give you some background. How many of you have noticed there are 7s in the Bible? Anybody without their hand up hasn't read their Bible, right? You know, over 600 passages have it very explicitly so. Some of these are very overt. It's very obvious. 7 of this and 7 of that or whatever. Some of them are structural. So I'm going to list a few things. You'll always notice there's always 7 of them. You find those. They're subtle. Some are not only subtle, some are actually hidden. And yet you can find them if you know how to look. I'm going to suggest to you the possibility that these heptatic structures are a signature of the Creator himself. And let's take a look at some examples. I want you to imagine, you don't have to actually do this, but I want you to imagine yourself seriously taking this on an assignment. Imagine yourself taking on a scratch pad, blank piece of paper, and I want you to design a family tree, a genealogy. And by the way, for this assignment, you can do this from fiction. You can make it up as you go. How many could do that? Obviously you could. Okay, that's no problem. You know, fathers and sons make up a family tree. Okay. Except I got a couple of rules I want you to follow. When you finished your assignment, you turn it in, I want the number of words that you used to be an exact multiple of 7. In other words, if I take the total number of words that is in your work product, if I divide it by 7, I don't have any remainder. So it's either 7 words, 14, 21, 28. In other words, whatever number of words you use, it's an exact multiple of 7. How many could do that? You could fudge it around to a multiple of 7, right? Good, yeah, sure you could. Of course you could. I've got another rule I want to add. I want the number of letters that you use to also be an exact multiple of 7. I can sense that some of you have dropped out. You say that you begin to realize that's a little tricky. And incidentally, I'm talking about in English here, aren't I? English you can fudge around sometimes. Poets always do that. Should you throw an asterisk in or something? Okay. I want the number of vowels and the number of consonants to be divisible by 7 exactly. If I go through all your words, I count the vowels, it's an exact multiple. You got a problem with that? Of course you do. You realize that to make it a multiple of 7, if it's a random result, you've got 6 chances of losing and only 1 of winning, having come out right. You with me? So every time I add a rule, it makes it tougher. I'm going to say I want the number of words that begin with a vowel to be divisible by 7. Well, that's kind of chicken. And obviously, if that's the number of words that begin with a consonant must be divisible by 7. The number of words that occur more than once to be divisible by 7. Anybody still playing? You get the feeling that this would be hard to do, right? Those that occur in more than one form divisible by 7. Those that occur in only one form to be divisible by 7. The number of nouns shall be divisible by 7. Only 7 words shall not be nouns. That's easy probably, maybe not. The number of names shall be divisible by 7. Only 7 other kinds of nouns shall be permitted beside names. The number of male names shall be divisible by 7, and the number of generations shall be divisible by 7. You've probably guessed where I'm headed here. Because this is a description of the genealogy of Jesus Christ in the first 18 verses of the book of Matthew. And incidentally, we're talking about the Greek, not the Hebrew or English. In English, it's soft. You can fudge around. Greek is incredibly precise. Every verb has to meet 5 conditions and so forth. It's a tight, precise language. The genealogy of Jesus Christ fits all those conditions. And even if you try to simulate that, you'll discover it's almost impossible to get something to fit all those conditions.